shall we start?
Yeah. Soham, please tell me about yourself.
So, my name is Soham Telang. I was born and brought up in the holy city of Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh. I did my schooling from Ujjain itself, from St. Paul's Convent Senior Secondary School. I scored 9.6 CGPA in my class 10th, and I scored 83.6 percentage in my class 12th. After that, I moved to nearby city of Indore. I did my undergrad from Indore, from Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya Christian Eminent College. I did my undergraduation in biotechnology and chemistry, and I scored 79.82 percentage in the same. After that, I did my master's from the same institute in chemistry and I scored 75.64 percentage. Other than that, my interest includes badminton, in which I have represented my district at the state level and I have won some competitions at the district and division level. Other than that, I also like to sing and have represented my college in musical fest events.
Okay. Soham, are you a fresher or experienced person?
Sir, I am a fresher.
Okay. Could you shed some light on the internships as well as final year project that you did?
Yes, sir. So in my during my master's, I did a project on drug classification. So we use spectrometric processes for classification of different types of drugs into different categories.
Okay. Soham, are you a team person or individual person?
Sir, I believe I am a team person.
Can you give me an instance where you lead a team?
So the instance comes from the internship experience itself. So we were assigned in a team of three people. So we were assigned different tasks. So one of the time, we have to submit. We have the deadline was near, so we had to submit our project. So one of my teammate got ill and has to leave. So we divided our project in the other two persons divided the project, and that's an example of teamwork, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay. What are your short-term and long-term goals, Soham?
So my short-term goal is to have an MBA education. After that, I really want to do something for the. I have an agenda that goes by the Hindi saying by Swarth bhi and Paramarth bhi. That means I want to go for people, profit, and planet, so that I can have feasible economic viable options along with progress of the society. So that's how I want to go into rural management on, and that's my short term goal. And for the long term goals in the same field, I want to have some leadership. I want to hold some leadership positions so that I can implement some policies for the betterment of the society.
Okay. Soham, why do you want to join IRMA?
Sir, again, the core behind my understanding for joining IRMA is it's the best institute in India for rural management, and sincerely uh, uh, I'm sincerely interested in the field of rural management. Again, because I've already stated that my core behind it is Swarth Bhi and Paramarth Bhi, that I really want to have a blended combination of uh, economic prosperity as well as social progressiveness. So that in that way, IRMA is the best place to have an MBA degree.
Okay. Soham, I wanted to understand what are your short-term and long-term goals if you get a chance to get into IRMA?
Yes, sir. So for the short-term goals, after my PGDRM journey at IRMA, I I would look forward to join a cooperative society or a development sector company or a FMCG brand, so that I can have an experience in to explore in the untapped rural markets of India, which have huge potentials. So, unlike the urban markets, which are quite saturated, the rural markets in India have high potentials and is quite untapped. So that I want to have a managerial role position after my PGDRM journey at IRMA. So that would be a short-term goal.
Okay. Uh, I wanted to understand, have you worked on any development project in your past 20 to 24 years of life in terms of rural India?
So I haven't worked in a rural development project, but during my chemistry projects, I have worked on a water discontamination project, so that we can remove the contamination of water in water bodies in the rural areas. So in that way, I've indirectly worked on that project.
Okay. Uh, can you tell me your opinion regarding farmer suicides?
So my opinion regarding farmer suicides is that, sir, it's a serious condition. So quite a few. So you're not visible.
Yes. Am I visible to you?
Yes, yes, yes. So as I was speaking, sir, so it's a serious condition, and although I have limited uh, knowledge about the situation, but I feel it's a serious situation, and the amounts of suicides that are taking place, especially in the states like Maharashtra and all, as we see in the news, it's a serious condition, and the measures should be taken by the government, as governments are in a way relieving corporate society, corporate companies, they are relieving the loans. That should be case for the small farmers as well. They can be also relieved of their loans. So in that ways, that can be uh, a solution to this problem.
Okay. So, what's your opinion regarding the budget?
Sir, my opinion regarding the budget, sir, it's a prudent, financially prudent budget. So, in respect to rural development, the amount of allocated for the same is quite large. It's around 2.66 lakh crores, and for the agriculture sector, it's about 1.7 lakhs crores. So, in the budget, there are stated they have stated four engines of prosperity, four engines of development, that is agriculture, MSMEs, investments, and exports. So in that way, agriculture and rural development marks the a significant portion of the budget.
Okay. Can you tell me the challenges which are faced by farmers today?
So there are quite a challenges that are faced by farmers today. So first are the agricultural challenges, like they depend on monsoons for their crop, and because due to lack of irrigation facilities. Secondly, the financial inclusiveness in the rural areas, especially for farmers, is not enough today. So thirdly, the lack of technology and internet facilities and logistical facilities that are present in the rural areas and for the farmers. Also the healthcare sector, although government has allocated primary health centers and community health centers, still they are not enough, and we need to have more doctors in the rural area. Again, the next point goes for education sector. In the education sector also, although the government is establishing government schools, but the amount of teachers and professors needed for the same are not adequate. So these are
Okay.
some problems here.
What do you mean by people management?
Sorry.
What do you mean by people management?
So people management is a quite a broad term which can, managing people Ma- will, sir, I'm not sure about it, but I think I'll make a guess. It's about managing the economic, financial, behavioral, and social aspects of a human being, so of your team. So in that way, you can manage people.
Okay. So, what's your opinion regarding the current monetary policy of India?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware about the same.
Okay, no worries. Have you heard about IRMA's rural immersion program?
Yes, yes, sir, I
What's your
have.
take on it?
Sir, it's the USP of the PGDRM program at IRMA. It's a very unique, and uh, it's a very good concept that has a hands-on experience in the village area. So unlike other B schools, the students here go for around 8 weeks, 45 days in the rural areas to have an hands-on experience in the to see the what are the conditions there are, like the financial conditions, the social aspects, and the behavioral aspects of the people there. In that way, they can understand the rural markets and the rural society in a much better way, which gives a USP to the program.
Okay. Can you tell me some agri startups?
Yes, sir. So one of the agri startups is Udan, that has a that I have I think that that includes facilities for crediting to the farmers and all. And one another startup is Dehat. I am not I'm not fully aware of what does it does, but I have heard the name Dehat. So it's a startup in the rural sector.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll give an extempore topic to you. Think about the topic for 30 seconds, and you have to talk on the topic for almost 2 minutes. The topic is rural entrepreneurship. Your time starts now.
Sir, can I speak?
Yes, go for it.
So for me, rural entrepreneurship is defined by the it's a entrepreneurship. It's a business program in which a person or an organization or a group of people takes up a business project, and it which should be which should be for the betterment, firstly for the betterment of the rural society, and which is financial viable. For example, the it can be a cooperative movement like the Amul, that we have seen the success story of Amul. Also, the rural entrepreneurship should be socially and financially inclusive for the women and the minorities, so that it can have the betterment for the society in the wholesome, so that it can progress the economy of that village or that rural sector or that rural area in general. It can have variety of it can be done in variety of products and services, such as including in agriculture, dairy farming, fisheries, and all other things like small finance banks, so, and etc. All other things. So yes,
Okay. So you're from which city?
I'm from Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh.
Can you tell me the three reasons that one should visit Ujjain?
So Ujjain is so firstly, Ujjain is the cultural hub of Central India. It's an holy city. It's in the seven holy cities uh, that are presented in our holy scriptures. So it is famous for the one of the Jyotirlingas, one of the 12 Jyotirlingas, that is Mahakaleshwar temple. And recently in 2022, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated a corridor which has costed around 9,900 crores, which is named as Mahakal Lok. So it's a really good tourist destination, and it has attracted many crowd. So the tourism industry in Ujjain has also boomed up. So it's already a tourist place.
Okay. What do you know about MSP, minimum support price?
Some a minimum support price is the price that the government guarantees to the farmers, so that they can get at least this price, even in the situations when the market conditions are not feasible and all.
Okay. What is the impact of climate change on agriculture?
So climate change can impact on agriculture in variety of ways. One of the examples can be uh, increase in too much of greenhouse gases can increase the temperature, so that could not be very viable for the some of the crops, which can damage the crops and which could not result in good yield. Secondly, the soil erosion problem is also an eminent front in India, so it has to be taken. Soil management is an important thing, one of the 17 sustainable goals of the SDG programs of the United Nations. So in this way.
Okay. What do you know about white revolution and green revolution?
Sir, about the White Revolution, it is also known as Operation Flood. It was headed by Tribhuvan Das Patel, Tribhuvan Das Patel, and Dr. Varghese Kurian, the founder of IRMA. So it was a cooperative movement in which the the it was brought about by the collective efforts from the Gujarat region, for about thousands of villagers and dairy farmers, who formed cooperative societies at three levels, that is village level, district levels, and the state level, so that they could have mass production and could negotiate for better prices with the other organizations.
Okay. In this world of technology, AI, machine learning, uh, can you tell me how these technologies and tools will be very handy when it comes to rural livelihood?
Yes, sir. Definitely AI and machine learning will be technology will be very handy in agriculture and for village sector. So one of the use can be for detection of their cattle farm for the cattle farmers. AI can be used for detection of the breeding period and all the when should be the milking, and all those processes should be taken care of, and how much amount of fat is present in the milk, so that they can have better prices, so then they can get better prices from the companies and all.
Okay. What are the some key government schemes for rural development?
So some key government schemes can be So Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, that gives insurance for the farmers of farmer crops, so that in the conditions of natural calamities they can have the insurance. Other is day NRLM, NRLM, that is National Rural Livelihood Mission, Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, which gives livelihood, which provides livelihood for around 10 crores villagers and comprise and collaborates them into around 90 lakh self-help groups, especially for the empowerment of women entrepreneurs in village sector. Another can be Pradhan Mantri Gramin Awas Yojana, which promises for housing for all the rural people of India. Other than that, the most famous is the Mahatma Gandhi Narega program, that is Rural Employment Guaranteed Program, which gives around 100 days of guaranteed employment in an year for all the unemployed people.
Okay. What do you think about Manrega?
So Manrega is a spectacular program in my opinion, just in case for the and especially for the people who are in the below poverty line. So for those who are unemployed, it gives an opportunity to not only have the monetary benefit but also to hone their skills and gain some experience, so that they could use and they can be better employable for the upcoming opportunities.
Okay. Uh, can you tell me what kind of policies that you wanted to implement in the rural part of India?
So one of the policies can be, which government has tried to take initiatives also, is can be the like the MSP we know. So we can have an online platform so for the farmers, so that they can trade off their commodities at their own prices at like an e-commerce website, so that can really help the farmers.
Okay.
And one of the yes sir.
Yeah. So, what are the recent budget allocation for agriculture and rural development?
So for agriculture, it's around 1 lakh 77,000 crores, and for rural development, it's around 2 lakh 66,000 crores.
Okay. What's your opinion regarding the new farm laws?
So I have to go through them once again. I'm not really, I've not studied them.
Okay, no worries. Uh, I wanted to understand what do you think about the social entrepreneurship?
So So social entrepreneurship, in my opinion, is about having a business program which blends the economic viability and social inclusiveness and social betterment of the society. It's a it's a business prospect which is economically viable and as well as socially progressive at the same time.
Okay. If 10 crore rupees are given to you, right?
Yes, sir.
How are you gonna invest in rural India in terms of rural development?
Sir, can I have some 15 seconds to think about it?
Yes.
So, sir, 10 crores are allocated to me, or for a particular village, or for the uh,
For a particular village.
okay, for a particular village, sir, can we can have multiple enterprises, such as we can establish a small credit bank for the farmers at the same time for around 2 crores rupees, which can give small amount of credits for the personal finances for the poor people and rural people. And other than that, we can establish some subsidized fertilizers and bioagricultural products like biofertilizers, so that they can have get them at low prices. Also, we can have established some primary healthcare centers, so we can allocate into different sectors. What I mean to say is health, education, farming, and all, so that
Okay.
collective wholesomeness would be there.
Okay. Uh, what do you know about? I wanted to understand more about Varghese Kurian, right?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you tell me his the personality itself, his contribution to rural India?
Yes, sir. So, sir, basically, the story of Varghese Kurian is like that. He was a nuclear physicist. He wanted to go into nuclear sciences, but fortunately or unfortunately, we would call it, he was assigned by the government to stay in a small village in Gujarat, and sir, with time he got to know about the rural India and got to know about the rural problems that were faced by the dairy farmers of the Kheda district in Gujarat. So and he was given scholarship to study dairy farming in Michigan State University in US. So he had already studied dairy farming in that sector. So he brought about the technological needs that were important for the betterment of the dairy farmers in Gujarat region. Also, he knew. Also, he was very. He was the founder. He was one of the founders of the NDDB, that is National Dairy Development Board, which works for the dairy development sector in the whole nation. Also, IRMA is one of the institutions that he had set up. So it's a famous saying for the Amul, that is GCMMF, that Tribhuvan Das Patel is the father, Varghese Kurian is the son, and Professor Dalmia, who gave the technological help, is the Holy Spirit, that is known as the Amul Trinity. So in that way, Dr. Varghese Kurian was one of the influential persons in dairy corporate, not only in cooperative movement but also in the dairy sector in India.
Okay. I wanted to understand more about IRMA's Rural Immersion Program, right? RIP. Do you have
Yes.
any idea regarding it?
Sir, the we have discussed about the village fieldwork program. That only you're talking about, or something else?
Immersion program, Rural Immersion.
Yeah, so the village field segment, or also known as the rural immersion program. So as I told, it's a 45-day long program. Uh, IRMA has connections with different NGOs and other foundations which work in the rural sector, development organizations. So those students in the group of three are sent to around 700 villages across India, according to their languages. So so and for say they live there in a rural house in one of the families in the village. They understand the economical, social and behavioral aspects of the rural markets and the rural area, so that they could use that data and use that knowledge about these, so for the sector they want to go in, that could be cooperative sector, that could be development sector, and that could be corporate sector.
Okay. What is the biggest weakness of your life?
So my biggest weakness of my life would be that I do procrastinate sometimes. So that I believe is is a weakness. But I have worked towards this. I have implied Pomodoro technique in my work, so that I could divide my time in small chunks and focus intensively. And also, I have used the Eisenhower matrix so that I could prioritize my work, which should be done on high priority and which can be delegated to someone else.
Okay. Uh, what is your role model?
So my role model is probably for the I have learned about Dr. Varghese Kurian. So Varghese Kurian is certainly my one of my role models, who worked for the rural India and established dairy cooperatives which work for the betterment of the last person, and also which uh, uh, which highlights the Antyodaya Yojana of the Mahatma Gandhi, that should lead to the betterment of the last person standing in the line.
Okay. Name three government schemes which are related to rural India.
Sir, one would be eNam. That is a platform which is used for the people of farmers to sell their goods online. And other would be Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for the housing societies. And other than that, there is Jal Jeevan Mission, which ensures fresh and uncontaminated water, piped water for everyone. Other than that can be an Ujjwala Yojana, which has subsidized LPG cylinders for all the women in India, or for all the women in rural sector in rural India. So some of these are the
Okay.
policies.
What do you do in your spare time?
So really like to play video games, and I enjoy playing video games, so I do play them.
Okay. Can you tell me how agriculture contribute to India's GDP?
So agriculture is the major part of the GDP, one of the significant portions in the GDP of India. It's a kind of backbone in Indian economy. So India is an agricultural nation. So we the primary buyers of any things will be farmers itself. The crop yield, they will get the money from the crop yield that will be used to spend in different types of commodities, which will lead to businesses in the other prospects.
Okay. Can you tell me the clubs and committee which are present in IRMA?
Yes, sir. So there are many clubs and committees like other B schools, but one of like marketing club and finance club. But one of the club that is very rare to IRMA is ISEC Society, which is for the social entrepreneurship. It's an incubation cell or a society or a committee we can call it. So that's a rare thing that I found. And also an organic farming club is also present in IRMA. So that is quite
Okay.
rare.
Okay. Can you tell me how rural entrepreneurship, basically related to women, can be empowered?
Sorry, sir.
How rural women entrepreneurship can be empowered?
Yes, sir. So, sir, the key behind empowering women of rural India is the currently the self-help groups that are under the National Rural Livelihood Mission. These uh, these self-help groups help women for having credits for the small businesses, give them small administrative positions in the gram panchayats so that they could have social audits and have social responsibilities. Also, they can also have some committees for solving personal domestic problems as well. So that could lead to women empowerment. Other than that, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Yojana of government is also one of the key important schemes in this respect for the education of rural girls in India.
Okay. If I have given 10 crore rupees to you to do
Yes.
the rural development, how are you gonna use that money for this livelihood of rural people?
So firstly, some of the money can be used for the a small finance bank or small credit societies which can give money to the which can lend money on less income interest rates. Also, some things can some biofertilizer and fertilizers could be given on subsidized rates, so that could help farmers. Also, some amount of a cooperative movement could also be taken care of for the small landless farmers so that they could negotiate better prices for their mass and bulk production.
Okay. In this world of AI and data, everyone's focusing towards digitization. So I want you to understand how digitization plays a very important role when it comes to rural livelihood.
Digitalization is very important for the rural India and rural sector. One of the key examples for it is that the employees of the Manrega program, they are getting money through the digital Aadhaar account directly. About 96% of the people are getting money through that Manrega money that they have earned. Also, digital payments is very important, and the according to a McKinsey report I read on LinkedIn, the digital payments has increased from 7% to around 12% in rural India, which is a significant increase within from 2022 to 2024. So in that way, the transactions and digital payments have become quite frequent in India, rural India, which is for the benefit for the rural economy.
Okay. Can you tell me how the curriculum of IRMA align with your future goals?
Yes, sir. So the curriculum of IRMA aligns with my personal goals because the IRMA is a unlike other B schools. IRMA provides placement opportunities or job opportunities to work in three different sectors, which is corporate sector, cooperative sector, and the development sector. And in other B schools, we get only corporate sector. So the other two sectors, that is cooperative and development sector, is not present. Other than that, the village field segment is the USP of the IRMA PGDRM program, which gives hands-on experience in the village area itself. Also the collective uh, mission of IRMA, that is to bring about rural transformation in India. And also the government's mission of 2047 of Viksit Bharat, which has the one of the most important mission is to have rural transformation and rural development that aligns with my goals of people, planet, and profit. All the three best of three worlds that should be environmental, economical, and social progression of the nation. And that is my goal. And IRMA is the only B school that provides the that kind of opportunities for me. So
Okay,
that's the
that's it.
best place to have. Yes, sir.
Understood. That's it from my side. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. For in the if I'm fortunate enough to get admission into IRMA, how can I use my upcoming 2 months so that I could be better equipped for the PGDRM journey at IRMA?
Okay. Since you are expecting call from IRMA, I would like to tell you some things that you need to upskill, right? Read more about Excel. Work on the tools, technology when it comes to making Power BI dashboards. Uh,
Mm.
Read more about the IRMA's publication, which is called industry publication.
Yes, sir.
Talk to alums, talk to the mentors which are present there. The second mentor, Amol, been into IRMA. He's gonna take a second interview, so you can have one-on-one conversation with him that do's and don'ts that one should do and not do. Prepare more for your SIPs because SIPs often happen within 2 to 3 months. And you'll get very less time to prepare for it, so it is a perfect time to prepare for it.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
master CV, which is made for you. Do some internships, certifications, and build your technical skills, managerial skills, learn more about any extra language that comes to your mind, and certifications. In the
Okay.
certification which is on the I am Bangalore's portal, go through it and do some certification which is related to rural India, right?
Yes, sir.
And have a strong understanding of subject matter expertise. You can build it through the books that are present there in the industry, right? Now coming to your feedback, I would like to
Yes,
tell
sir.
you some things that you need to work on it, right? Uh, you are a strong person. You are confident. Don't repeat the words.
Okay.
Read more about IRMA, life at IRMA, opportunity at IRMA, student culture, student testimonials,
Yes,
career
sir.
acceleration program, alums, professors, then clubs, committees. Whenever you are giving an answer, talk about stat, talk about data, fact, numbers. Think, process your thought, and then give your decision. Yeah, there were some instances where you were making very short answers, one or two
Okay.
liner. That would not be suffice.
Okay, sir.
Make the answers long, lengthy. Don't use also too many times. Work on the fillers which are there. Meanwhile,
Okay.
in addition to, I believe that coming to that, adding to that point, don't fumble during this discussion, right? I'll tell you some hygiene questions that one should prepare whenever you are going for IRMA. If possible, note it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Challenges that farmers face.
Okay.
MB in rural management. Why IRMA?
Okay.
Then you have to think for any leadership. IRMA wants a person who is having 360-degree approach, right? The person should have
Okay.
a strong impact on socially, right? Talk about
Okay,
any
sir.
leadership experience that you had in rural development. Then I'll tell you some terms that you should keep in mind whenever you are preparing for RURMA. First one is agriculture and farming terms, right? Uh, Horticulture, right?
Okay.
Apiculture. Then read more about rural economy and the self-help groups, SSGS,
Okay.
right? Micro finance institutions, MFIs,
Yeah.
right? Have strong understanding of it. Then Kisan credit card. Read more about NABARD, non-banking agriculture and rural development.
Yeah.
Then, when it comes to corporate and rural enterprises, green revolution, white revolution, blood revolution,
Okay.
right? Read more about Operation Flood. Then schemes, PM Kisan Yojana, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, right? National Food Security Yojana. Then next part is regarding current affairs. IRMA tries to cut it down and jot it down all your knowledge, how you perform, how you have a strong understanding of current happenings. Read more about agri startups, dairy industry, COVID-19 on rural economy, farm laws, right? Agri exports and budget announcement when it comes to agriculture and rural development.
Okay.
Just, when it comes to IRMA, understand who is Varghese Korean, understand uh, what is his impact on rural economy, how your future will align with the IRMA's curriculum, rural immersion program, how Amul is aligned with the IRMA, and how IRMA is unique as compared to other management institutes, right? I have covered almost 40 questions during this discussion. And in the next
Okay.
interview, we will definitely try to have different set of questions which you asked to the students for past 5 years.
Okay.
Talking about your positives, you are confident, tone is good, voice modulation up to the mark, pitch and tough. You need to little bit work on trough and pitch part. Trough and pitch part means, uh, let's say I'll tell you. Hi, I'm Akash. I'm from Pune, Maharashtra. Since childhood, I was always good at academics. See what I'm doing? I'm putting stress on words. It
Yeah.
creates sense of empathy into interview's mind. I'll tell you
Okay.
some frameworks that you need to keep in mind. STAR framework, situation, task, analysis, risk. BCG
Yes.
matrix, McKinsey matrix. Focus more on XYZ framework. X, what is the situation? Why? Who is stakeholder in the situation? What was the input you are given? What was the problem that you solved? Z, what was the goal that you achieved? Then another framework that you should keep in mind is SWOT framework. Whenever you are asked regarding any business opinion, strength, weaknesses, threat, opportunity. Understand the
Yes.
strength, weakness, threat to that business, and opportunity that one can gain. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's it from my side. Just work on these small things, and you are good to go.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All the best to you.
Yes,
In
sir.
the next interview, be more confident. Uh,
Okay.
Work on the knowledge part of it. I'm upfrontly telling you, you're gonna crack, right?
Yes,
IRMA,
sir.
because I have seen all the interviews. Almost 30 interviews are done, and for before 30 interviews, we have taken almost 700 interviews for Great Lakes.